We up, shawty.
Yeah, man. Never on time, but always in time.
Always in forever, shawty.
Gang. Broken Pistol Booking Company back at you. Oh, I got it, man. First and foremost, before we get started, because we do got to play a game. Before we get started.
We already playing games, even though we finna play another. I just want to know what we doing. That's it. That's all.
We running a whole lot of
a whole lot of different programs and whatnot right now.
Right.
it's really advanced around here. If y'all don't quite understand what we're doing, it's pretty G'd up.
We lost a few people this week, and I'm not going to stop the music for them because they're all music affiliated.
Indeed.
Please don't stop. Today's date is Thursday, August the 1st. Year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
2020. 4 for 4.
Would you like fries with that, sir?
No, still dieting.
Dipping sauce for your nuggets. Pause.
The kids. Let's see here.
The kids get the nuggets.
What can I get with this diet though? That's like fat free or something.
You've done tzatziki to death. I think you've totally abused the use of honey.
Nah, I've only done that once.
No, you've done honey several times.
Ooh, agave with a little cayenne. That might be a whole new. That might be. If I see that on y'all menu, I'm coming for your head.
Yeah, what you do is you add butter to it, and then it's a.
You're doing too much. You're telling people how to cook now. Let the church say.
Hey man, let me do what I'm doing.
He said amen. That's all I want to hear. All right.
I'm thinking out loud, my boy. Try to play me, fam.
The Dirty Dialect Clique lost their general. My man, Classic. Rest in peace, Classic.
Man, for real.
Hip hop, specifically 90s hip hop and freestyle hip hop, lost a veteran in Chino XL. Legendary status. And then earlier today, I believe, earlier today, the man who was known as the godfather of breakbeat, DJ Randall, also passed away. All three of those soldiers, we applaud your contributions to the culture. We love you, we miss you, and we'll see you on the other side.
Facts.
Now, again, the only reason why we're not stopping the music for this is because they are music involved, and we want to do this for them. So the show is dedicated to them, and the show.
This was a full episode. I would recommend we name it "Sound of Success."
Sound like success to me.
You feel me? Hey, I'm on that. So yeah, I'm on that.
Hey, can I put you on the spot real quick?
Sure, why not?
Do you still have that file?
I saw it today.
Lord, thank you. You are the only dog. I
don't have the whole tape. I have the song that me and Class.
Oh, boo!
I went looking for it myself, and I was like, I don't know where to find it.
You were the only person.
I know who to ask. I'm gonna ask Phil. Phil probably got it.
Okay, because I lost mine in a hard drive crash failure back in 2015. And
for real.
Yeah, like most of my mixtapes that I've done, whether it be radio shows or otherwise, in this case it will be otherwise, prior to 2015 were lost in that hard drive crash failure. And so I'm piecing things together. I've actually come across a bunch of old shows that had some of your work on it too. I found it online, so if I can come across them and download, I'll be able to send it over to you. But yeah, that's where we at with it. So I need that Sound of Success. Great time to plug. If you have Classic Danger One, Sound of Success SOS mixtape, please send it. Show at brokenpencilbc.com, brokenpencilbc@gmail.com. That's at brokenpencilbc on all things social. At brokenpencilbc on what?
Everything.
I think it's high time for us to do what we do.
I'm gonna say don't get high on this show.
That was one of the earliest songs. They ain't doing that right now, but we're gonna play a game.
Hey, Hey, you know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You say that bitch again. I know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. You know who ain't gon' win. We say that bitch again. I want 1, 2, 3. Get your tail. I want 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail. I want 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on.
Suave over having fun with buttons.
Look, it's daytime energy. I'm saying it's daytime energy.
Y'all don't get that daytime energy much anymore these days. And I'm way off balance.
Yeah, we're gonna fix it at some point, but right now
you get what you get. Sponsored by Vida Hermosa Cigars, a premium cigar experience. Vida Hermosa Cigars is a beautiful life.
Beautiful.
Coming to an online retailer here near you really soon.
We gotta get Manny Fresh to do a voice drop for Vida Hermosa.
That's Jesse Faye. Yeah. Manny Fresh.
Beautiful.
Let's kick off this SummerSlam card. Coming to you Saturday, right? Saturday, August the 3rd, year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
2024 for
fries now.
We did that. Yeah. This is not the official match order. This is probably the way I would want to see it if I'm the one that's ironing out the card, sequencing the card. I may be wrong in this, but we're gonna run it anyway. For the first match of the evening, we have Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker for Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn is your champion. Braun Breaker is the challenger. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Sami Zayn. It's time for this to end.
Whew.
And I don't care how anybody feels about it. I don't have any sort of deep-rooted feelings in how you think Sami Zayn should be presented. Don't care. It's time for this to end. It's time for us to move forward with Braun Breaker. Sami probably, unless there's a member of the bloodline we have not properly vetted,
there's a couple.
he's probably going to get re-gentrified into the bloodline for Survivor Series.
Yeah, Sam Zayn, it's been real, but this particular run for you has been lackluster at best. It's been you trying to get back into the good graces of your Sahab Jey Uso, which is cool, but it does nothing for your title.
You realize, like, there are people online who feel like this is the best run Sami Zayn's had, like, obviously outside of what he did for that year with the bloodline, because to me that was his best work of all time. But they're saying this version of Sami Zayn, since leaving the bloodline, beating Walter and all that, that's the best representation of Sami since his main roster call-up.
Sami pre-bloodline was greater than this. Like the radical conspiracy theory Sami, that was the same one that lost to Johnny Knoxville, was greater than this version.
You know what? You're not wrong. Character-wise, you're not wrong. And then his match quality has always been what it's been, which is, stellar, always above average. He is a first balloter for sure when it comes to match quality. It's just that this run, it just ain't it. I'm not invested. Like, once he left the bloodline and once he had his moment of glory in Canada versus Roman Reigns, that was kind of the end of it for me. Like, you're I won't call you a bit player, but you're a role player. You're the guy. You're the 3-and-D guy in basketball. Pause. You're the guy who can shoot the 3-pointer and you play good defense. There's a place for you in the league.
Don't necessarily have to be on Monday nights, but there's a place for you.
It might be as a starter. It might be as the 6th man. But
no one said you ever had to win a chip.
He can win a chip just as a role player. He's not going to be the franchise guy. He's not your Luka Doncic. He's not your Nikola Jokic. He's not your Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Look at you with the international pronunciations. I see you, Suave. Come through.
You feel me? Like, he's just not that guy, and that's not an insult. It's just, it kind of is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, moving on to the next. So we both agree that Sami Zayn ain't gonna win.
Indeed. We may end up having to make up a bet if we don't have some sort of difference of opinion here. Next.
All right. For the I guess for bragging rights, I got this matchup second. I wouldn't be surprised if it opened it up, but like for heat. But this as a second match to me has money written all over it. It just gets people in their seats and queued up enough time, get their wings together, what have you. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with the special guest referee. Yeah.
I ain't really got a whole lot of excitement for his role in this match. What I feel like is being rehashed is SummerSlam 97. If you haven't seen it, the main event of SummerSlam 1997 is Bret Hart versus The Undertaker with special guest referee Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Michaels pretty much hates both of them. He doesn't have a problem with The Undertaker at the time. He's knee deep in hatred with Bret Hart, and the World Wrestling Federation title is hanging in the balance. For those of you who haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm not going to explain the whole thing to you, but I feel like that's kind of what we're in line for.
So that said, I mean, great setup, but who ain't gonna win?
Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is going to play the part of The Undertaker here.
He's getting in his own way far too many times. It's going to set up the match between Rollins and Punk and another match between Rollins and McIntyre, but I'm absolutely with you. McIntyre ain't going to win. So far,
Seth's going to get involved physically at some point, trying to swing on CM Punk, accidentally hit Drew, and then end up having to count to 3.
So far, you and I are seeing eye to eye on this one, and I don't think it's going to be any different for the next match. You ready?
Run it.
In the let me go ahead and get mine in so I can go kick it with my hometown people match. For the U.S. title, we have Logan Paul taking on L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suave, who ain't gonna win? Just make it easy.
Logan Paul.
Thanks for coming.
You know what? Actually, what's a weird stat that I saw earlier today that should have worked in Logan Paul's favor? They had a list of the longest reigning champions in company history. You know who still holds the record for the United States Championship?
The longest United States title reign,
which is like 361 days.
Was it Luger?
No. You're thinking way too retro.
Oh.
I don't even know if they count WCW's reigns,
but I don't even remember if Luger held it that long. I just remember his name was synonymous with the U.S. title.
It feels like Luger might have held it that long, but no, that's not who we're talking about here.
Give me a hint.
He doesn't wrestle there anymore.
Danielson?
Incorrect. I don't think Danielson has ever been United States champion. I'm not sure. He may have been, but obviously it wasn't memorable.
I can't even think. Who is it?
Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley.
That was
still the longest reigning United States champion in history.
That was if you had told me the year.
Fewer title reigns fewer title defenses during that reign than anything anyone could ever say about our tribal chief. And this is your daily acknowledgement.
If you had told me 2013, I would have told you Ambrose all over, because that was the year it happened. Seth and Roman were the tag team champions, and Dean Ambrose was carrying around that U.S. title and never defending it.
Had them Pennywise titles.
the nickels and the pennies, or the dimes and the pennies, as I called them.
I'm good, Brody.
Man. All right. Man, so far we 3 for 3 on matching up.
Logan Paul would have been a good person to break that record, even though you know how we feel. Right. But it'd have been a good look on the resume for him to get a year or come just short of a year losing it to LA Knight. But here we are. It's time for LA Knight to actually cash in on something.
For this is again my predicted match order for the women's world title. your champion, Liv Morgan, taking on Mommy, returning to the role, Rhea Ripley. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Okay, so if I'm picking with my own preference, Liv Morgan ain't gonna win. However, I've been watching wrestling long enough to know that one, the money is in the chase, and two, it would be too much like right to go back to where you were the night after WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley as champion and just continue doing business the right way.
What does heat equal in pro wrestling?
Cash.
Who is the biggest heat magnet in wrestling right now?
CM Punk.
I'm going to say no to that because more people cheer him than boo him. Now, maybe backstage.
Now, I'm going to correct you just on this one part. You said wrestling, not WWE. The entire wrestling world?
Okay. No, see, okay. Who is the biggest heat magnet on WWE TV right now?
There you go. Now we talking business. The biggest heat magnet on WWE TV right now? I mean,
if you've been to a Raw in the last 2 years, is not a question.
Dominic Mysterio.
Absolutely. And he's right smack dab in the middle of this, even if he doesn't want to be.
Right. I kind of feel like we might get swerved on that. I think people are expecting Dom to turn and then go off with Liv. I actually see it as Dom going to stay solid in this.
Dom is going to stay solid to Rhea. The swerve is coming with Finn.
Of course, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, and shouts out to Cuzzo, Free City. He called this when he saw the hotel room card key swiped.
Oh yeah,
Monday Night Raw.
When that card key was, yeah, that's been the move. And then the photo of them outside the rental car. Hey, Free City, I gave you my email address like you told me. When you gonna drop that workout, baby?
They'll make me hit you with the iMessage, player.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in a very productive mood right now. I got records cooking. It's almost time for the gift that doesn't stop giving.
Swaptoberfest. What is this year's Swaptoberfest? We've had Super, we've had Plus, we've had Prime. We're not going to unveil that now. We have to get that another.
Yeah, but that is something to think about.
Yes.
Yeah. What edition is this going to be?
All right. For the undisputed title. Now, I'm kind of tossed up in between like where to put this on the card, but something tells me it's going to go last. But if it's me, again, this is where I place this match. For the WWE Undisputed title, your champion, Cody Rhodelander, taking on Rhodelander, taking on the Bloodlines, Solo Sikoa. Suave, who ain't going to win? He even says Rhodelander on the screen.
Yeah, Solo ain't gonna win, and
Solo ain't been winning, so there's no reason to let him win.
That's beside the point. Old Solo and new Solo are two different things, and what I want people to stop doing,
not to be confused with old Solo, but continue.
Correct. What I want people to stop doing is trying to put Solo in a box because he was playing essentially the lackey. He was the big Bubba Rogers of Bloodline 1.0. So that was pretty much his job. The Usos always got beat up on TV. Solo always took the L. We're at a point now, Solo is still playing a role into a very high level. He just doesn't wrestle on television every week. It would serve him better going into this match if he was wrestling every week and just dominating people. Or
even if he wrestled once a month and dominated those matches as the tribal chief. True.
I don't disagree at all. Just the story doesn't lose anything with him not wrestling. Him wrestling more consistency would have added, but you don't lose anything by him not wrestling.
I still say the champion and those chasing the title don't need to be on TV every week either. Champion maybe once every 3 weeks, the chase every other week.
You and I know this, but we're dealing with an internet wrestling community that for some reason only validates a champion by how many times they wrestle on free television. Not by how much money they draw, not how good their storylines are, not how much merchandise they move, but by how many times do I get to see you for free? You will not turn the world heavyweight champion into a YouTube clip.
Do us a favor, for the fans that you're talking to, don't go watch wrestling in the 80s and 90s.
Bruh. Seeing the world champion on a weekly syndicated show was like...
There was Flair, and that was it. And Flair was usually bigging up the promotion. And if he wrestled a ham and egger just to say he did a match on television.
So for those of you who are using that as a reason to belittle one of the greatest championship reigns ever before this one with Roselander took place, here's what I say to you. Now, as far as Solo is concerned,
that's violence.
He gonna come up short, unfortunately. Even though I could make a case that the story would be better if he won. Just saying. I can make a case for an even better story if he wins, because that makes the tribal chief conversation a lot more convoluted.
All right. I'm not saying he's going to, because you and I both say Solo ain't going to win.
Right.
But if he wins,
oh my God,
I need you to come to the show prepared next week to give a 15-minute diatribe, Solo, if you will. A Sokoa Solo, Suave. I need you to iron it out for the people.
That sounds like a really dynamic drum, guitar, or vocal solo.
That's a Sokoa solo?
Yes, that sounds like a signature solo, like Jack Black.
It sounds like an Olympic skateboarding move.
I mean, because all right, where are we on the Cody meter? We're like 4 months into a title reign?
Barely. Not even, but yes.
Barely 4 months into a title reign. What can you tell me that's been significant that's happened during this title reign that doesn't have anything to do with the bloodline?
I'm about to say the debut of Jacob Fatu is all I can think of.
Bomb. So that means same thing we said before we even got to this point. You don't have a story in place for him once Roman is out of the picture. And then the bloodline has to be the thing that carries you in between these like side missions. Your feuds outside of the bloodline come off like side missions. That shouldn't be the case. You got a banger out of AJ, and then what I might consider a dud of a stipulation match, only because how did we get here so quickly? Like, there's not enough bad blood between them for an I Quit match. It doesn't make sense. Sidebar. Speaking of Chase,
shouts out to the new TNA champion Nick Nemeth, aka formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, who set a challenge out for AJ to cross the line, not go through the door, but to cross the line to challenge. I knew you would be. My question to you would be, would that be fire enough for Survivor Series?
Yeah, but you're not gonna get that many matches on a PLE from now on. Like we're getting 7 now, and that's like 2 more than we've been getting.
And this is a big 4 show.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
which is why I said Survivor Series, because even if we get 2 traditional Survivor Series style matches, 3 other matches, that could be like a 4th match. So 2, 3, that's 6 matches and 2 Survivor Series style matches. Because we're not getting Survivor Series style match. We're getting War Games at Survivor Series. So that takes away 1 and adds more time. So that's a 40-minute match there.
Well, we got the War Games match already preloaded for Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Yeah. Not talking about that match. Just particularly AJ versus Nick.
So you could get off with a traditional Survivor Series match between brands or between promotions. I don't see it being a bad thing to have AJ versus old school Dolph. on Survivor Series card. I just feel like you need a third party so that it doesn't look like just a WWE match, because that's where most people are going to know Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, from. So you would need a third party that gets some exposure that helps TNA. Like inserting Moose into that situation somehow, I'd be for it.
Okay.
Really, I want Moose versus Obafemi, but that's.
I'm about to say, like, that seems like more money to me on the NXT card than it would be on the WWE main card.
Now that's where you're more likely to get it. You could get Dolph versus AJ on the NXT card that goes with Survivor Series. I wouldn't put this on Survivor Series.
Okay. All right,
That's
just spitballing over here. All right. For the next match.
Yeah.
The women's, was it the women WWE women's title is what it is? I can't keep up anymore.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Bayley versus Nia Jax. Champion is Bayley. Nia Jax is the challenger. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
First of all, you got the wrong names up.
Oh man, look at me. Over here, drunk behind the wheel.
Second of all, I'm gonna go out on a
There you
limb.
go. That's why they were next to each other.
Bayley ain't gonna win.
That's not out on a limb. I actually got the same thing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I got winner and new.
And new. Do we have that trigger loaded up?
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, Bayley ain't gonna win.
Bayley kind of has the same problem that Cody has. Like you crown two babyface champions at the same time. It did not have anything cool for them to do so that they were babyfaces you cared about. They were just beefing with the old groups that they were already tied into. Cody so much, basically, carrying on with the bloodline, and then Bayley having her issues with, I almost called them Kai and Ty.
Damage control.
Yeah, damage control. And then they got shipped off to Raw, and then it's like Bayley didn't have anything to do. You're keeping Bianca Belair out of the title picture, because when you put her there, she should be champion. Jade Cargill is coming along, but not ready for a situation like that. So who do you have for her to interact with that's going to make her a bigger and better draw as champion?
Checking out the YouTube comments. Shouts out to Damian Hernandez, pencil pusher extraordinaire. His man chimes in and says that Bayley retains, Tiffany Stratton cashes in and fails.
Oh wow!
First of all, the cash in I'm not mad at. Tiffany Stratton failing. They got a rocket strapped to her back. There's absolutely no way she fails on the cash in. No way. You want to get nuclear heat on the company, because that'll turn her instant babyface if she loses that Money in the Bank title. Well, Money in the Bank contract.
Boom. So we got all the comments so everybody can see them. We don't put them on blast. Damien, appreciate you as always, pulling up, kicking it with the gang.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, on the gram, shout out to Petty Messiah. Shout out to Mike.
Hey, what up, Petty?
You know what I'm saying?
Gang. Like gang the long way gang.
Gang.
Like first season gang.
Inaugural gang.
Yeah, yes indeed.
If you're gonna do something with Nia Jax, it's gotta be now. She, for all her air quotes flaws and how much people don't like the way she works or how dangerous they say she has had her best stretch since what? Maybe what was the WrestleMania match she had where she ended up winning the title? Matter of fact, wasn't it against Liv Morgan or someone of that ilk?
Bayley?
No, Nia Jax.
That was, who was that against? Asuka? No, it wasn't. No, definitely was Asuka. Asuka never lost.
She was friends with a mean girl, and mean girl turned on her and made her a de facto face. I wish I knew. I wish I. That
sounds like a Liv move.
It's something similar. It might be Liv, it might not be. Either way, the Nia Jax we get now is the best version of Nia Jax we've had since then. So it's time to crown Lady Vader. Like, what are we doing? Are we gonna get some money with this or not?
That man said Lady Vader.
Crank up the nepotism.
Man, like, talk about it.
Vader had the same reputation, being stiff, being air quotes reckless, potatoing people. just how, because of the melanin involved in the conversation, there's a slant on it. This is no different than 1992. This is no different than Leon White. No different as far as the public conversation and perception of the work rate or the work level. So let's cash out. Let's get this money.
You got me thinking like who she won the belt? Well, who should be for the belt rather?
Nia Jax.
I'm sitting here steady trying to read too.
At WrestleMania for the women's
34, she beat Alexa Bliss. That's who it was.
Okay, close.
Yeah,
Close
you said Mean Girl.
See, Alexis or which one is the Temu version of the other? Which one's the great value version of the other? Is Liv Morgan great value Alexa Bliss, or is Alexa Bliss Temu Liv Morgan?
Oh, hands down, Liv Morgan is Temu Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is headline material. Liv Morgan is a placeholder. And I like, you know, I like Liv on TV. I like Liv's character, but Alexa was there doing way more damage with a hotter mic.
Well, I say so it ends.
You go fire and cock another one for the World Heavyweight Championship. Your champion Damian Priest versus Walter in our house. There's so many layers to this, and there's a reason why I put this one last. I think we have more story coming out of this than we do with the Bloodline, because we know what to expect with the Bloodline, and there's no guarantee that we get any pop-ups out of the Bloodline at this pay-per-view.
For the Bloodline, do we see any traces of Roman Reigns in any way, shape, form, or fashion?
Because I've been far too close to the internet the last few days and not even looking for things, I'm going to tell you no, we don't. I don't think we see another member this week either, which we don't need right now.
2.0 does not need another member. You got to start reuniting 1.0.
We need to get Jay back with Jimmy. They start getting dog walked by 2.0.
That's who I think you see.
Jimmy
on Saturday. I think you see Jimmy.
Now,
I think you see Jimmy before Roman.
Jimmy is that welcome back moment. I think the shock comes when we get another Bloodline member who actually joins them.
Okay, so the OG3 is a foregone conclusion. What we've been trying to figure out is who is the fourth guy. So this is a step up from the NWO days.
Well, we do know Hikuleo is signed.
True.
We
know Lance is out there and in ring shape.
And speaking of Bloodline, shouts out to Zilla Fatu, your winner, HOG House of Glory World Champion.
Out here, big dogging and hogging.
It's not too far out of the realm of possibility for a Master P owned talent or own organization to have a belt on WWE TV. Not saying they even have to do it.
We still have to get him on this show, bro.
We gotta find the people, man. You got Suave.
I know one person.
Hey, come here for a second. Yeah, tap on that shoulder.
Yep, double tap.
Priest versus Finn. I'm sorry, Priest versus Walter.
Oh yeah, that's what it's going to be going forward.
Basically, that's why this match is last, because Finn. This is where the turn happens, or the beginnings of the turn, or the actions that make the turn.
You know how major that would be if this match really did go on last with everything else that's on the card.
If we have been talking about Bayley possibly losing because of a lackluster run, Sammy possibly losing because of a lackluster run, and also Damian Priest losing because of a lackluster run. And his run hasn't been that bad. He's just been a champion who's been defending only on PLEs and not on TV, which isn't a bad thing. That's old school champion material right there. That's the champion that we're talking about, who with the exception of him showing up on TV. Balor comes. Of course, he's going to turn or cause some interference. It's very possible we could also have another winner. Where we at? Champion come Sunday morning at the end of Saturday night.
I see this as a foregone conclusion. That's the end result is not in question for me. It's the how do we get there.
So we're going to have King General at the end of the night.
Of course. This whole thing has been set up to finally crown him. Him losing.
Yep.
Was you knew what was happening when he lost the Intercontinental Championship. You knew a world title reign was not far behind. And now we are at a place where this man dominated, went through, won King of the Ring, and then here's how you knew it was going to be a crowning moment. They gave him a month off. They didn't try to make him more dominant.
And he came back even leaner and stronger than he was before he left.
That man has been prepping for the role of World Heavyweight Champion.
And
we ain't got to beat nobody every week. You ain't got to, air quotes, build up steam and momentum. We know what's about to happen.
And if you notice, prior to him leaving for that month, his suit game was face level, GOAT level. He's been away from the suits, but his formal wear has been very heelish.
Now
he knows what he's doing.
I could do without this whole WrestleMania 19 motif they got going on with Priest and Walter, but other than that, like, this is just good business. We know what time it is. We already know. So it's how do we get there? Is it the customary attempt for Judgment Day to get involved and they end up costing him the title, and that causes Priest to blow his top paws?
I really hope it's a missed call by a ref versus a ref bump. I don't need to see another ref bump in a title match. We got a question here. What if Walter, we don't use that name. He's Walter in our house.
Loses with the help and return of the Imperium member who got kicked out. So
first of all, that's Giovanni Vinci. Giovanni Vinci has no stake beyond causing Walter to lose. Nothing happens to him because he causes Walter to lose. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Growing his hair out for repackaging. I'm not even finna entertain this.
Yeah, good, bad, or indifferent.
Him with that name again.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great watch and live, but TV, and he didn't do anything for Imperium, which is part of the reason why they got rid of him.
Right. Yeah. Just like shout out to Jamal Withers just said he is not important enough.
What up, Jamal?
To help Walter.
Hey, fine.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. There's no point. This is a crowning moment for Walter. Prolonging his win to end up as World Heavyweight Champion does nothing for nobody. Because he's not a face, so you're not going to drag this to Royal Rumble, have him win the Royal Rumble in order to basically become champ at WrestleMania. That's not what we're doing here.
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
We finna get this title. We finna go on an absolute tear. He's going to be a traditional champion. He's going to have great title defenses, and you're going to have to start building a baby face to end up going against him at WrestleMania and hopefully ending the reign, but chances are you might not see him drop it then either.
Walter is going to be the champion we wanted to see at a Regal.
Does Finn screw Damien or Rhea? Finn screws Damien.
Definitely Damien. Not even a question. He won't get involved with the Rhea thing. Not that I don't think he gets involved in Rhea, but he definitely screws Damien.
Not yet, because I don't think Liv versus Rhea climaxes at SummerSlam. I don't think so. I think you got at least another pay-per-view match with them doing battle. The money for Rhea's in the chase because she's about to be damn near a full-blown babyface. So there you have it.
Jamal, we gotta get you on soon. You are an avid belt collector, and we definitely want to take a look at the collection on the show. So make sure you tap in with me so we can get that scheduled, man. But the people need to see what you have to offer, man. You got a lot of heat over there.
We need a custom belt plug. So if anybody's watching,
that's Jamal.
Wait, he's a belt maker.
That's the designer. That's the brother we met in Greensboro.
Fantastico.
Yeah, man. So
Liv winning gives the story more legs. Absolutely. That's what we said earlier. The money for Rhea is in the chase if she's going to be a babyface.
Yeah, especially being gone and the reason why she was gone and now coming back, she doesn't get her baby back. Yeah, she'll win it back at Mania.
See, Orton could screw him over. I mean, technically.
First of all, if Orton is out injured again, even if his storyline is cool, there's a bigger fish to fry, which we'll talk about in the next episode, is the fact that there is absolutely no black talent on this card. Show at BrokenPistolBC.com, BrokenPistolBC@gmail.com. It's BrokenPistolBC on all things social, at BrokenPistolBC on what?
Everything.
Remember, no black people on this card. Samoans don't count.
You see what I said? We put the melanin in SummerSlam 2024.
And that's why that's there. Suave, take us to the house.
Pencil pushers. Like, rate, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell that friend to tell a friend, and then tell that friend again. Heads up, pencils down. Straight like that, straight like that, straight like that.